Hello everybody and welcome to another custom card design challenge. If you don't know what these are, on our Discord server we have a custom card channel where a lot of great custom card designers
design custom cards,
and we host a rotating challenge. Yeah, and this is what that all is about. Thank you for the assist.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm still digesting my food.
It's fine.
It's not in my brain right now. But this one's challenge was design an Arcane, an asset that takes up 2 Arcane slots. Nice, easy thing. Nothing like related on traits. Just what do you think is a good asset that takes up 2 Arcane slots? We will each award a crown for a winner. So why don't we dive in and get this going?
Yeah, it's just the Cyclopean Hammer, but it also takes up 2.
Yeah. Yes. All right. First one we got from Beard. This is Time in a Bottle. A 3-cost, 2 experience rogue asset that, you guessed it, takes up 2 arcane slots. Ritual Paradox Fast uses 0 time. As a reaction, when you would take an additional action, instead add 1 time to Time in a Bottle. Cancel each attack of opportunity that would be triggered by initiating that action. As a lightning bolt during the investigation phase, except during an action, spend 1 time. An investigator location takes an immediate action as if it were their turn. Limit once per round for each investigator.
I mean, I think it makes Skids like a viable choice.
Just
he's like, no, we have Carson at home.
Yeah. It's like what it is. It's like spend 2 resources and just bank an action
for when you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. I like the limit once per round per investigator restriction on it.
Yeah, makes it like
nice.
Not terrifying. Yeah. Can you guys think of why the cancel each attack of opportunity would be triggered by initiating that action? Because the action doesn't happen, maybe? Like, do you know why that text is there?
I don't know if that is how the rules would work for that.
Or I don't know either.
Yeah.
So there's a reaction that has to you have to actually initiate the action for it to happen, which triggers attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. That makes sense.
I don't know, man.
I like the card though. It's just like it's what I was looking for, these double arcane slots when I was giving my own, like when I was choosing my crown. It was very much like, is this something I want to build around? Because that's kind of like what I feel like a double arcane slot is, right? You're like, oh, this is like what I'm looking for, and I want to do something fun with it. And I thought this one was really cool.
Yeah, why isn't it like exceptional? All cool rogue things are exceptional and cost like probably and a half more XP than they should.
Yeah, it should probably be like level 3. Well, no, only level 2 is probably fine if it's exceptional. It's also a ritual, which is a really nice touch because they're super hard to dig out your deck.
Yeah, it does just kind of make it worse though.
I do like it with Tony. You just are like, I don't need that extra action to kill that enemy now. I'm just gonna save it for the future.
I'm gonna attack you because you got a bounty on it.
Just kidding.
Then I'm gonna attack you with my normal.
Yeah, still just kill you and then just hand them out. I mean, I do also like, once again, you can give it to other people, so it's like pass that on.
It's like investigating.
Yeah, it's like investigating. I mean, turn each one of Tony's kill actions into an extra investigation for Rex.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Can you imagine if this tracked what kind of action it was that
was you had to like keep
and you had to use that when you took it out?
Dude, that'd be so much better if it came with like a separate card that had like the different kinds of actions listed on them.
And you can only have like one of each resource token on each action type. Yeah, let's go. You know, normally we say make your cards less complicated, but we want more. We want the extra card, more text. Yeah. All right, next one we got here is from Akanos. This is Plum the Void, a 3-cost, 3 experience Seeker and Mystic spell that takes up 2 arcane slots. Uses 4 charges in action. Spend 1 charge. Choose an investigator location. Move that investigator to any real location in play and test Brain X, where X is number of locations away. X if no connections are available. If you fail, the investigator takes 3 damage. X is 3 if there's no connections available. In the bottom action, spend a charge. Move a non-elite enemy or location to any reveal location in play and test Brain X, where X is that enemy's remaining health. If you fail, take 2 horror. This action does not trigger attacks of opportunity.
Still worse than the Eldritch Horror version of Plum the Void.
Oh, the Eldritch Horror one is so good. Yeah, you basically, when you get that, you're like, we're won. Yeah.
It's done, boys. Yeah. Like, we got it.
Yeah. I'm not really sure this is Seeker because of the movement, I guess, but it feels very much like it's just a normal Mystic card to me. So I'm not sure that this... It'd be hard to justify for 2 arcane slots, I think.
It's for a Mystic?
I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, as a Seeker, like, you would...
It's not too bad, but like Seeker still has some arcane stuff they might want to play, depending on what their off class is too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you just like you get your stupid ritual hands, and you're like, this is not all my arcane slots.
Yeah.
I got this dumb cat. He's holding my shriveling.
Yeah. I mean, like, crossboard movement is really good. I look at this one, though, and I kind of just see, like, I'm just going to probably just play, like, the Prophesy Profana, because I know it doesn't have, like, the same movement where you can move anywhere, but, like, with strategy, you can get there pretty quickly and also get other benefits from it.
Yeah.
Because I think this one is, like, good, but it still just feels like a lot for me to actually want to really go for it.
Yeah, this bottom part is really strong, though. You can just...
Oh, yeah, the bottom part, yeah.
You can just push enemies out of your way so then you can investigate.
Mm-hmm. I guess also then my other thought was, like...
There's no ally that does that, right?
No,
at the same level, while also buffing the stats you want to use.
Yeah, there might also.
That's not a thing.
That's why it's a Seeker, because it's also both the Profana and Janae Beauregard just jammed together.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think this. I would like this as like a Mystic card that only took up Arcane slot. For
What's the Astral Travel? That's just an Astral Travel that you have on your kit.
Yeah, 3, maybe 4 experience if you're real concerned about it for the 1 Arcane slot. But I think this is really hard to justify 2 Arcane slots.
Mm-hmm. I always do like seeing interpretations of the classic Arkham and Elder spells, though. That's always fun.
Yeah. One day someone will give us our, what's it called? Dread Curse of Azathoth.
Yeah, I want that, baby.
It's just going to be like shriveling, but the buff will be bigger and it'll be a fucking shotgun.
Lame. It's boring.
Damage. Well, how is that boring? It'll splint you if you fail, I guess. I don't know.
It's like, you test, like, Brain Axe Rexes their fight. And if you succeed, you defeat the enemy, but you have to take a trauma.
Next card we got here is from Owl. We got Anastasias. This is a 5-cost Guardian Mystic Survivor
Ambitious.
card. 3 experience, takes up 2 arcane slots, spell, ritual, blessed, and it's exceptional. As a reaction, when an ally card under your control would be defeated or discarded from play, attach it face down beneath Anastasias instead. Limit 3 cards attached to them this way. As an action, if there are 3 total cards attached to Anastasias, shuffle each card beneath Anastasias and choose one without looking at it. Put that card into play under your control, then shuffle the other 2 back into your deck.
That doesn't seem worth it.
So, like, if your name is Dexter Drake, this is probably kind of hot.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I like
You're
this
just
one.
like, I'll put you in the box. I'll cut the box in half. It's a different guy. I'll put you in that different box that they can't see. It's okay.
I like it in. I mean, I feel like it's might be a bit too much on like the cost and the experience.
5 money is a lot.
And like, yeah, and also the exceptional part is really good, but really also pushing it really high. So 6 experience, you only get 1. You have to find
isn't
it.
really something that you get for like.
Yeah, but it's a spell, so like spells are easy to find.
Spells are easy to find. That's very true. But I do like with Guardian, you just you kill your guard dogs, kill your beat cops, you get one of them back. In Mystic, you have your David Renfield, your Arcane Initiate, all the ones you want to kill. You have Survivor, where it's like, you could do something funky with Stray Cat, your the Raven.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of building around this card. My thoughts, though, are just that I like a little bit of the cost. I think the cost is a bit much. But yeah, the exceptional not so much as a one-of, because it's,
It's hard to build on because it's exceptional, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of the Survivor. I can see this being a Guardian card or a Mystic card. I think it's be a neat Guardian spell.
This would be a cool Guardian spell for sure.
Yeah, give them a little something to work with. Doesn't need to be... It's not necessarily Mystic, right? I guess there's that Edge of the Earth one. Something to Enrique.
Oh, yeah, protecting the...
Protecting Enrique.
Nernurk, yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar to this.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes purple, but the red is the red seems more like gameplay than actual what it should be.
No, the red is so that you can put Duke in here.
Sure.
As Can't Beat runs for it. Yeah. I like it in the Guardian one. That is the one that's the most exciting.
I think red makes sense because it's the one that has allies that you discard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really. No, this one just doesn't seem like it needs to. There's it's just a little too much. It could cost one less resource. It could be just a Guardian. It doesn't need to be exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sick.
It's sweet with shaving guy.
Sweet with shaving guy. Yeah.
Sweet with shaving guy, yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know, shaving guy is well prepared. And if, you know.
They didn't need to know that.
Yeah. I mean, that's also like a point as well. Like, a noob, I like, we have levels that I like, in my mind, I like flag each video for like beginner player, intermediate player, advanced player. I call this one an advanced player video. So when we say shaving guy, we expect you to know. So, but if you're one of the intermediate or new and you're like, what the fuck is shaving guy? Now you know it's well prepared.
And go watch more of that.
Yeah.
It's like, are internally flagged in Justin's brain.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys can just guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no actual list of it. It's just
no. I just know by click-through metrics at this point. All right, let's go to the next one. We got from Atomic Z. This is Witch Hunter. This is a level 0 packed profession. Takes up 2 arcane slots. It's a permanent. Mystic Investigators only, limit 1 per investigator. You gain +1 skill bonus on tests made while resolving an ability on a curse or hex treachery card, and when fighting, parlaying, or attempting to evade a witch or sorcerer enemy.
Why?
Why not?
It's the point. You just like
For the Emperor.
like you're doing it just for your Circle Undone campaign, huh?
Or like, you know, maybe you gotta go fight some guys for stuff out of a filing cabinet in a building.
Are those
filled with
witches or
old
sorcerers?
men. I don't care.
Well, it doesn't help if they're not.
Yeah, it does.
No.
Yeah.
Not if they're witches.
If you don't read it, it does.
This is really hard to justify taking up 2 arcane slots in your Mystic Investigator.
Yeah, I mean, permanents do have to be, especially if they don't cost XP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have to be either incredibly build around, or like not so broad.
I think that for me, I like the idea of the card. I just think like obviously it's campaign tech. It's obviously like the designed like certain campaigns. It's gonna just not be worth it. I just wish it wasn't Mystic Investigator only because I feel like card pools kind of do that job in a way for this.
Yeah.
Right.
Either way, like you would never take this outside of Circle Undone, right?
No.
Like, so it's kind of.
I would take this every time.
Well, I mean, like, if I wasn't using my spell slots, and it was, like, I mean, with the Mystic Investigator only, it really limits it. But, like, if I was playing, like, Parallel Agnes, I would take this just for, like, half an unexpected courage on some occasional treacheries, because there's, like, no downside to that, right?
Yeah, but it's also, like, why would, like...
I would,
do you
I
really
would
want
take
cards
this
like
in
that in the
Lily
game
Chen all
that
the
you
time.
just...
Oh, yeah, you take this in Lily Chen?
Like,
yeah,
And then your Dragon Pull is like 2 filled arcane slots. Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Do you really want permanent cards in the game that you just take, like, for the sake of taking them because it's convenient? Or do you want, like... Do you want to take them because they're the default and you need a reason not to take them? Or do you want cards that are printed that you need a reason to take them, right?
I think that this card would be pretty... would leave this... half like this box you're talking about, if it wasn't just Witch or Sorcerer, but if it was like it cost experience, maybe you could lose the Mystic only. It became a level 3, and it was also like Cultist, because then you could like generally find use cases for it later in a campaign, depending on your deck.
Like maybe like experienced permanent cards are much different than level 0 ones, right?
Yes.
Because level 0 ones you just throw in your deck because.
Yeah, and I think that would solve that.
So-
Like, because like with Lily Chen, I would just take this in most Lily Chen decks, and then because your Dragon Pulse just going, which I don't think is like I agree with you, is not what you want.
Yeah,
from
like
a
you're
card,
playing
right?
a Daisy. I mean, assuming lost the Mystic.
Oh, I put in.
You put in Daisy, and you're just like I'm gonna bring it because I don't intend to use my Mystic slots. Like I don't need it. I don't care about it.
And I might just get 4 brain on a curse or a hex treachery.
Yeah.
No, it's one of those things that like I like the flavor.
It's like shrewd analysis. You're like, I'll take it because I can, even if it doesn't do anything.
I think as well. I think the flavor's kind of neat. If you can have like one, if it was like limit 1 profession per investigator, right? I think there's something that could be there explored in design space.
Yeah, maybe.
I just think it would need to be, because this one it hits a lot of things where it's just like 2 arcane slots but mystics only. So really the only home that this lives in is Lily Chen and Parallel Agnes, right? But if it was less limited than this, but also like, if it was less restricted, I'm curious to see what could happen with something like that.
Yeah, it should be like neutral as like available to neutral investigators as well, so then we can play Charlie Kane.
Yeah, Witch Hunter. Yeah, get it closer. Get it closer.
Yeah, it might be
because that's almost right.
Yeah, that's almost
right.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be neat if there was also cards that interact with it, like cards you could play if you had a profession, or if you were like the Witch Hunter profession.
Yeah.
Or like maybe even if they gave you a bonus if there was a profession or something like that.
Or or if even like you could make it kind of like have the professions have like there's like 10 traits, right? And there's 2 for each class. And then there's cards like, if you are a hunter, get this bonus, right?
Yeah, or if it was something like, or fighting, parlaying, or attempting to, like, instead of against witches and sorcerers, have it be like, you get +1 resolving skill tests on charms or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even in, like, instead of the mystic only, just like, you can only take this if you are like a drifter or a hunter.
No, I want them to explore trait-based stuff.
Like, I think that would be...
I think also this card could be cool if it was like a card like this could be better too if it was like you had to exhaust it. So like you could make the scope of it a bit broader, but it was like limited on uses for it. Yeah. All right. Next one we got here is from Orel the Lock. This is Resurrection. A 2-cost, 2 experience, Guardian Ritual Bless that takes up, you guessed it, 2 arcane slots. As a reaction, after an ally asset location is defeated, exhaust Resurrection. Search your bonded cards for Helping Spirit and add it to your hand. Helping Spirit is a bonded, fast card. Play during any skill test at your location. If this skill test is successful during an attack, it deals +2 damage. An investigation, discover 1 additional clue. Evade the enemy does not ready during the next upkeep phase. It freezes. The text isn't here, but I'm assuming that after you play it, it goes back to your bonded cards. Otherwise, I mean, maybe it goes to your discard pile, but I feel like it's something that you would trigger multiple times.
No, this goes back to your discard pile, I think, by the way it says.
That's what. Yeah, maybe you get multiples in the design, but I couldn't. I guess. Yeah, but.
Well, yeah, the Resurrection is missing like bonded.
Yeah.
And like the cards that it goes with, and how many? Yeah, it's like fine. Yeah. I feel like it should probably be like during a skill test you're doing. Because
yes, yeah.
Like, why would the Helping Spirit that you resurrected help random people?
Yeah.
It doesn't know.
Yeah. I think that's a good flavor adjustment, and also
that seems fine.
Obviously, I would like it in Tommy. Probably also like in York. It seems pretty sick.
It seems like a general just like solid throw into most Guardians if you happen to have the experience laying around.
Yep.
And like intend to have more than one ally.
Yeah, just play like your guard dog and
and your Tetsuo and like beat cop or whatever, and you're just cruising.
Yep.
That's fine.
Sick. All right. We got Thaumaturgy from Dryad Min. This is a 5 experience permanent talent ritual, limit 1 per deck. Once again, takes up 2 arcane slots.
Text.
After you play a spell event, exhaust Thaumaturgy, choose 1. That event gains fast. Reduce the cost of that event by 1. When that event deals damage, deal 1 additional damage. When it discovers clue, it discovers 1 additional clue. When it evades a non-elite enemy, move that enemy to connecting location. And after that event resolves, remove it from the game.
It's just Chuck Spelgus.
It is just Chuck Spelgus.
I don't think this is worth the 5 experience.
If it didn't exhaust, maybe. Or if it didn't remove the event from the game.
Yeah, one or the other, you're thinking?
Yeah. Just like a little too restrictive, because like,
Yeah, it probably doesn't need to exhaust.
Yeah, like most of the time you're playing a spell, it probably doesn't need to game fast. I mean, like, how often are you going to be playing a spell event and you're not going to pick an extra damage or extra clue?
Yeah.
Really, is kind of what it comes down to.
Probably if you're doing
Fast.
Especially if this is taking up both of your arcane slots. And, I mean, like, yeah, fast sometimes. But especially if this is really taking up both your arcane slots, you're probably relying primarily on spell events to, like, do things. So.
Yeah, or, like, extra spell slot cards.
Yeah. Some of those are tough to justify playing, though.
What, just because you don't like the cat?
The cat's, like, okay, but he takes your ally slot. That's tough.
Yeah, you can just buy another one.
Yeah, okay. Like, my experience doesn't grow on trees, you know?
I mean, we say it does.
It does, kind of.
Yeah.
But, like...
If it didn't grow on trees, why do locations have it?
That is true, especially in the woods. Yeah, there's
Make any
experience
sense
in the
at all.
woods. Yeah. I agree though that it exhausting and removing from the game is a bit too much. I think like probably while designing it was like a little bit too scary to be like, this is really good, but I think it's like a bit too many of a safety valve for it. If it just exhausted and didn't remove, I think that could be fun in a spell slinging deck, right? If it just removed, but you can use it for multiples, I also still think that probably wouldn't be that enjoyable to play because like you would slowly just run out of gas and then you're like not using your card.
Honestly, like you could probably just cut the bottom 3 options. Like when you play a spell event, you can exhaust it to have it game fast, reduce the cost of the event by 1, and like drop the remove from the game, and like that's fine.
Yeah.
That's a much more digestible card. I think like more interesting card to play with. You don't have to worry so much about the balancing of doing additional damage or additional clues and stuff like that.
Yeah, but look at this guy. He's like role-playing the Dark Pharaoh. He's
Hell
gotta
yeah.
be good.
He's got to be good.
Well, yeah, you can cast. You tell me casting spells at fast and reducing the cost by 1 isn't good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like as like a Chuck
that.
Spelgus, that's just like the modes on Chuck Fergus,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
here,
especially as like a permanent.
would be pretty juicy. I mean, I like spell slinging, so I think the card in theory is really cool. I just think there's a bit too much juice to kind of taper it down a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, just like trim a little bit.
I mean, I do like if I was able to make like my Spectral Razors do 4 damage, would I want to remove them from the game is like that
Yeah.
a bunch? I think that is, right? Like, I think like if you removed, as you Travis were saying, if you removed the bottom 3 and then also the remove from the game, I think so. But also like that's what kind of makes it also fun that you're just like your other stuff gets bigger. I don't know. I'd be curious to see how this one actually plays in practice.
Yeah.
You use this, make your deny existence cost -1, crash the game because it doesn't know how to read that.
Now here's what we do. Keep it as it is, but after that event resolves, take 1 horror. Let's just boost Agnes to the moon
It's fine.
and just like slowly kill yourself as you do your spells more and
She's
more.
just gonna play Pete and be like,
Just
I do like that.
Yeah.
I like the purple cards that hurt you.
yeah. Because I mean, that's what I feel like would work here. But yeah, she would just play Pete and just be like totally a-okay. Or she would just be like bombing you know who in the final one of Carcosa. All right, next one we got here is from Okrai. This is the Cosmic Jewel. 5 cost, 5 experience. Takes up a double arcane slot and an accessory slot. You can exhaust it to ready another card at your location. Like an exhausted enemy. All that work to evade a big old massive enemy. Come back,
man.
brother, we're doing it again.
you're playing with a Kaimani. They evade the guy, they lightning bolt to engage him, and
you're
you're
like,
like also in this lightning bolt window.
Yeah, I'm gonna just quickly stand that motherfucker up.
Get that guy. It's a relic, so this is what Ursula was missing.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
She can still play it for other reasons.
Yeah, don't
she can
look
still
at that.
play it
Don't
for
look
other
at that.
reasons, yeah.
I like the effects, nice and simple. I think
I think the cost is like a little too much.
yeah, like I think you could trim it down if you want to keep it at 5 experience. Trim it down to like 2 or 3 resources. It could maybe be like a little bit lower. Like I understand it's kind of a scary effect to have.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like probably why the numbers were so high, right? Just because
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seems a
you
bit
play
scary.
this with Ren, like on tabooed Renfield, and you're just like,
Especially as a neutral card.
let's go.
yeah, as a neutral.
You could probably make this
Yeah.
like a mystic card and like
Put charges on it too, I think
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
even without the charge, you could just cut down the experience and stuff, and it would like by restricting to one class, you restrict a lot of the possible interactions with it
Yeah.
that could be problematic.
And then also Ursula could play it if it was like a Mystic level 3 card, and we should have a new card for her to play with.
yeah, there might be a reason. to put it
Ready,
there,
Dr.
maybe.
Milan?
Wow.
Wow.
Pay your 5 experience and your 5 money. You only have to investigate 5 times to pay back this card. This taking up your accessory and your 2 arcane slots.
And I mean, like, that's the thing too, because
But
I
after
like,
that, it's all great.
It is all gravy after that. No, you're not wrong.
yeah, but yeah, like with David Renfield, this would be really fun to just like keep spinning that little
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
But I think kind of the thing is that this card is just so. It's a scary effect. So with the design, it's like taking up like I think a bit too much, because like what would I want to ready with this card? Well, obviously the answer to that is Shaving Man or Lucky Cigarette Case 3. And now I need to do another 3 experience on top of what is already now 11 experience to get there.
This would be pretty sick with stupid fish book. You can dunk some elite enemies pretty good with that.
Yeah. So yeah, I actually agree. I think this card would be fun in the Mystic class, because then you could kind of tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you could use your Flew the Elder Gods twice in a turn, too.
Let's go. That's so... I've done it twice. I did my first time I played it, I put 10 curses on it, and then I put 9 curses on it. The deck does it really well, but then it doesn't do anything.
It's good.
Ready another... I just love ready another card. What else could happen? Just enemies.
You could write like a shortcut or something like that.
There's like a non-zero number of allies that this is kind of cool with.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Like Yowdle.
Yeah.
Where you can be like desperate skill, but like
twice
again.
Yeah.
Or even just twice in a turn.
Yeah, you get like 2 uses out of your Detective Michael Lee. 2 uses of him in a turn. You could use it to raid Duke again.
You could use it to ready Duke again.
Yeah, you use it. To ready Duke, and then you discard a card to ready this, and then you can use this to ready Duke.
Legitimately, I would probably this would end up in a lot of my Ashcan Pete decks because like I don't care about my spell slots and I don't care about my accessory slot.
Yeah, you're not really hurting for too much of that.
Yeah, so. I would just like another copy of my Investigator card, please.
It'd probably be pretty solid in Patrice too. Once you get down and just raid your corner every turn.
Yeah. Sweet. I like the card. I just think there's a little bit too... It being neutral is a bit too scary for what came out in the design. It feels very safe, a bit too much. What is like a worm? It's like padded. Like that's what it kind of feels like, you know?
Use this to ready your Beretta.
Let's go!
Not have to succeed by 4 anymore.
And then use this to ready your Mauser after you
no, you don't go to the higher Mausers first. You get this to make sure your Mausers are a little bit better.
No,
it's okay. We're all good. My Mauser, I got some protection for my Mausers. All right. Next one, we got Blood Ward from Tasty Toast. This is a 2-cost, 4 experience ritual. Takes up both Arcane slot, 4 charges. Really good with Shaving Man.
Yep.
As a reaction, when Investigator location is dealt damage and or horror, spend 1 charge. Cancel 1 damage or horror just dealt. As a reaction, after you defeat an enemy, replenish X charges, where X is the fight value of that enemy.
Can this be a ritual spirit, please?
No.
So our good friend...
Absolutely not. This is pretty cool, actually. 4 experience, probably fine. It'd probably start with like maybe 2 charges.
Yeah.
Because like you kill a 5 health enemy or whatever, and you just get 5 charges on this, which is kind of insane.
Yep.
No, not 5 health. It's like fight.
Yeah, sorry, 5 fight enemy.
Which is actually like consistently actually sometimes higher, right? You kill like a 4 attack 2 health enemy and get 4 charges.
You kill an Acolyte, you get 3 charges.
You get 3 charges.
Yeah, this could start with like considerably less.
I think if this was like when you defeat an enemy, you can put 1 charge on it.
Yeah.
Or like,
that'll also be fine, yeah.
Pretty fair.
Because otherwise it doesn't exhaust either, so you just say, I'm never going to die, and I'm going to just keep killing Acolytes.
No one at your investigation
I like the idea.
Is gonna die.
Yeah.
I think this, like, unless we're capped at the 4 charges.
Oh, if it was like replenish. Oh, it is replenish. It is replenish. It is replenish. So it can't go above 4. So it is replenish.
Still.
But yeah,
it's
I mean,
like a lot of damage that you ignore, though.
It can still be like 2.
Yeah, I think so too. Because then you can cancel a damage and a horror.
Yeah, the 2 health on it seems kind of arbitrary.
Yeah, so it actually is canceling 1 additional damage, but can't cancel like any more horror after that. Yeah. I mean, when I played this, I would never want it to die, right? Like it would be like, I would die before it would.
I like having the 1/1 on it, so it can get like randomly sniped by treachery. So there's some risk to it.
Yep.
But I don't really know why it has 2 words.
Because it's a blood ward. It's not a brain ward.
I mean, he's not wrong. But yeah, and also like in the Guardian class.
I'm not saying it should have more brain. It should just have less hearts.
Yeah, but it's a blood ward.
Yeah, so then they can have 1 heart and dash brains.
It's warding your.
Yeah, I would like it as
1 heart and dash brains. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. We agreed. Good.
What was I gonna say? Oh, also I know what I was gonna say. This card is like just like you'll just take it in a Guardian it just seems a bit too spicy. I love it, the flavor of it just right now.
Like, I mean, I think if we're toned down just like a little bit, this is not so different to playing like Spiritual Resolve.
Spiritual Resolve. That's the level 5 one that you can just...
level 5 one that takes up like 1 arcane slot and it soaks 3 and you can pitch 1 to heal.
Discard it, yeah.
Like to fully heal 1.
And the big thing is like it prevents it for other people too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the other people don't matter. You're not going to use it for that.
They do. You need them to do things because you're playing Guardian and
No,
you
you
suck
don't.
at things that are killing enemies.
You're
and
Carson. You're Carson. You're out here blood.
Oh yeah, you play
yourself.
this in Carson and you're going, yeah.
You're bloodwarding yourself because you got 6 and 6, and buddy, you need it.
I guess as
you're
well
never
also
defeating an enemy, so
yeah. I think I think if it was just 2 charges when it came in, I think that would be a nice cap for it. Or like exhausted. Canceling like a damage or horror multiple times throughout the game is a very powerful effect.
Yeah, even if you're like it's only 1 each time, like you don't take multiples of damage and horror that often.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is even on 4, like this is guaranteed gonna catch. You take like 1 damage or horror every turn. You have 2 turns or whatever between you and your teammate to kill an enemy. Like, and then you get 2 more turns worth of not taking that damage or horror. That's kind of wild.
Alternative, if you wanted to do it in batch, it maybe spend. Oh no, because you still do that. Never mind. I was going to say you spend for each, but you have to spend it once and it exhausts. Right.
Yeah.
That you can still do batches, but it exhausted. Because then it's kind of like, because like I'm also looking at this compared to like Armor of Ardennis, right, which is like also 4 experience, and it only stops 1 damage when it 5 experience.
yeah, because Ursula can't play it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dog shit character.
Yeah. I think the card's really cool though. I really like the design on this one.
So close to having a cool niche.
Yeah.
It's so close.
Just gotta just give her some relics and other colors.
No.
All right.
Let her play 0 to 5.
All right.
Like,
Another multicolor card.
We got Cleansing Mantle. This is from OT. A 2 cost, 3 experience, Ritual Cursed. Takes up 2 arcane slots and a body slot. As a reaction, when an enemy engages you, deal 1 damage to that enemy. Force. At the end of the enemy phase, deal 1 damage to each enemy and investigator at your location. And it has 4 health soak.
I like killing my friends.
That's kind of insane. But, yeah, no, that's cool.
It's a cool card. I think, to me...
This is actually kind of a multicolor card. Good job, OT.
To me, what I
Kinda.
would make this card really sing for me if it was just changed to, at the end of the enemy phase, deal 1 damage to each enemy and other investigator location, and you take 1 direct damage. Because you're on fire. Right?
Well, the idea is you eventually kill this.
Yeah, I know, but I think that you shouldn't be able to kill this.
Oh, yeah,
This should
you
become
just
your
die.
new soak, right? This should be your new soak that you then eventually kill when this one is like starting to get too
I
scary.
like that. You gotta kill yourself.
Because I do think the effect is still really powerful.
It is very
right?
powerful.
Yeah. You don't need like fucking swarm enemies. Like, you know how Zoe's go with swarm enemies? Put this on Zoe and like those fucking...
Yeah, the cats from Saturn
Saturn,
show up
it's-
and you're like, so you're all dead and I have $1 billion money now.
Yeah.
Be honest, this should probably be an item too.
Yeah.
It's like it looks like it's like an actual thing.
I think the flavor of it is damn sick though.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool card.
No, I like it. I agree with the direct damage thing too. That's
And yeah, killing your friends is really a good time. Because, like, what are they going to do? Complain that you're just efficiently killing enemies?
yeah. You're like, this doesn't cost me actions.
Yeah. I just drew an acolyte. Like, I just walk into a location with an acolyte and it's fucking
Do
dead.
you play with multiple collections? You and your buddy just show up with your riot whistles and you're like passing enemies back and forth.
It's like, please stop.
Nah.
Yeah, and they can taunt a real card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be pretty.
Dude,
sick.
just like fucking, like this, you just grab a whippoorwill. It's gone.
You don't have to. You just hang out.
You just show up. And
Oh,
you're
yeah,
like,
you
I burned
just
it down.
dies on
You
its
just
own.
walk through the campus and the whippoorwills are dropping down around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this should probably be like a 4 or 5 XP card.
Yeah, probably, I think, yeah.
Yeah. I think this is neat. Like 4 would be good for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
It
sick,
does
though.
have a real
Keep it out of
drawback.
the hands of
Yep.
those pesky Lola players.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't deserve anything good.
they don't.
No, they don't.
They already have the best thing in the world, Lola.
Yeah, they have what they deserve. No, I do like that. This is actually kind of a multicolor card.
Yeah,
It's,
it does, yeah.
A good design on that one where it's like it fits into it's like a spell that damages you, has a downside, which is very purple, and then it also is like the sort of self-martyrdom that could you see in Guardians.
Yep.
So good job on that part.
Sweet.
You don't see that enough.
All right. We got Gatekeepers Packed from Goku Killa 420, 5 cost, 3 experience. Packed, he knows where the old ones still tread. That's crazy trait. It's exceptional and takes up 2 arcane slots. Uses 4 charges. If Gatekeepers Packed has no charges, you are defeated and take 1 mental trauma. As an action, exhaust Gatekeepers Packed and spend 1 charge. Parlay. Name an asset with a spell, ritual, or summon trait, then search your deck for that named card and put it into play. Shuffle your deck. The played asset fills 1 fewer arcane slot until the end of the round. That's a neat card.
Really fun in Dexter where you can like use Molly Maxwell to dig out your he knows where the old ones still tread card. Or you can use your friends on low places to help find you that.
Yeah,
like squeeze that onto the little card.
I love the trait. It's like, what trait are you going to choose? Oh, obviously it's he knows where the old ones still tread.
I mean, it's the only good one.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
And I actually read what this says.
Yeah, you're just going through the joke.
Yeah. No.
I mean, this is kind of cool. Like,
it is. I think it's also still unironic, like not for the joke. Also cool in Dexter. You just like put a card into play, use it, and then just get rid of it.
Yeah.
I love the idea
I think the action ability should probably be like a lightning bolt.
Yeah, I think that's
to make
fair.
up for the risk of like
dying.
Yeah, this can't just kill me.
Yeah.
Why is it a parlay?
For what's her nuts? Alessandra, she can play it.
I might never see another parlay card printed again.
Oh, there's gonna be more.
There's always more parlays in the banana stand.
I'll be honest. From the get-go, they should have just had does not provoke attacks of opportunity. They should have just put like parlay on it.
Yeah, they probably should have.
They should have just done that from the get-go. Because then this like weird transition period where suddenly it's like, why does everything have parlay? Would be a lot less like, why does everything have parlay?
Yeah, it also doesn't jive with the other cards in the set very well from what I've seen. Like, there's the Curse and the Bless stuff, and there's just the parlay stuff, and then it's like they just kind of had 2 piles of cards they poured in here. They're like, oh, this purple guy and the green lady need some cards to support him, so here you go. Where are my sciences?
Where are the? I mean, we haven't. There's still a lot of cards we have to see too. So.
No, there's not gonna be a sciences.
You already have the most powerful card in the game. First aid.
It is really good.
It's not.
It's so good they were like, we need to print additional art, so it's like a secret lair. That's how good it is.
They really did.
They censored it.
I think this card intrigues me. I'd like to play around it. I'd like to build a Dexter deck with it. And that's like what I really like for these cards is when I'm like, hey, I kind of want to build around this. I agree that it probably should be a lightning bolt.
I think it should be like when it's discarded, you're defeated.
Yes. Yeah, it should. When if it leaves play,
if it leaves play.
Yeah.
Take up a hand slot too, just in case you're in the asylum. And
real risk it.
Really, actually, it could take up a hand slot. Yeah.
No, it doesn't need to take up a hand slot.
It could though.
It would just.
How are you carrying it?
Well, you aren't. You're in your brain, obviously.
Because you know where the old ones still tread.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I agree. Like if it left play, I think would be a riskier thing, right? Like
because then
like, you play this on turn 1, you get an auto fail on your crypt shell, and you're like, see ya.
I mean, also just like you can't play it, burn 3 charges, and then just be like, here's a tripling.
Yep,
like,
agreed.
Yeah,
it should actually have like a downside for being a pact. I think like pact should go hard on that.
Maybe it needs like more charges or like a way to get charges back.
Yep.
No.
If it's gonna kill you if it leaves.
Yeah, because I guess the question with this one is why would you ever
like
spend the last charge, right?
You know, like as is, it's just sort of like you play this, you do it 3 times,
and then you're like,
and then you trade it for a different spell.
Yeah, if you had room, I mean, there's no room on this card though.
Well, that's what the extra one is for, the extra card.
I mean, if you're I think as well,
this
like
is exceptional. So
if
there's extra space on the sheet.
Yeah, you just go like this. You just go 5 experience, make it unique, and then you can cut out exceptional, get a whole new line on there. Once again, change it so that if it leaves play, I think like the idea is sweet. I think it just needs a little bit of tweaking to get like really juicy, you know?
Yeah, maybe if it was like discard 2 arcane slots worth of cards from your hand to put a charge on, that would be...
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you like can't ever use them again. But it also gives you use for them once they're in your hand.
Yeah.
I love this. Also this design space of the played asset fills 1 fewer blank slot until the end of the round. Give me something like that in Rogue so I can just like whip out a Colt Vest pocket for free, shoot someone a few times, and get rid of it. It's intriguing.
That's kind of neat.
All right, let's see what's next. We got Vigor of the Void by Cameron D. This is a 2-cost, 2 experience Survivor card that takes up 2 spell slots. Ritual Pact, your maximum hand size is 0. As a reaction when you draw a card, exhaust Vigor of the Void, immediately take an action as if it were your turn.
How does this interact with Patrice? Do you just take like 5 actions at the beginning of every turn? With your 4/2/2/2 style? Well,
so how would it work for
trash,
so
you would draw no cards.
You would draw no
yeah,
cards.
You would draw no cards, wouldn't you? Yeah, that would be terrible.
Yeah. So don't play it in Patrice.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. That would be bad. Black market it to Rex, so then when he draws his Elder Sign, he can be like, nah, actually, I'll just take 3 more actions.
I feel like it could be like...
It's probably not how this works either.
You should like say they take the action during the next investigator phase. It's like a little bit weird to be taking actions during the upkeep.
Yep, I agree with that, just to make it a little bit cleaner on like the rules side. Yeah.
Rules problems.
I mean,
card though.
Yeah, I mean, like as well as also this would make it so that with our good friend Daryl and Min, you could build some Weirds Mobile, a million action. Well, not a million. You get 1 a turn. But well, like the hand size deck, like the Imperial Hypothesis.
You bully one of your
right?
one of your friends into playing that jewel, so they can ready this, and you can use it a second time.
Yeah. Just make it be the snottiest fucking person. Play this. Get 2 laboratory assistants with charisma. And then just like still have cards in hand, but just like turn your draw spells into actions. Interesting. I love the art, but that's not what I'm looking at here for the card. I just think
also have to say your maximum hand size is 0 and cannot exceed 0.
Yep, I think that'd be fit really well with the pack side of it too, because once again, I think packs should have nice, good downsides.
Repercussions.
Yep.
No, like,
otherwise, I'll just take it.
As a thought if I tricked you. I good thing about this laboratory assistant with me. She can she can know things.
And he's like, fuck! He's going back to the contract. Next time!
Yeah.
It's interesting, though. I think it's interesting. All right. What do we got next? I think this might be the last one. We got Metamorphic Sublimation from Dozens of Donuts. 2 cost, 2 experience. It's a mystic spell that's exceptional and uses 0 energy. Double arcane slot as a lightning bolt. Place 1 resource on Metamorphic Sublimation as energy. Limit once per round. As an action, exhaust Metamorphic Sublimation and spend X energy. Add X uses to another asset you control.
Nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Why? What are you gonna put it on? You can't have any more spell slots because it's not like you can have a cat who knows magic.
Easy can play it.
Yeah, that's the real. It's basically just like another.
What are you gonna do with that? There's not any books that have limited uses that are really really good. There's none like that. That's not a thing. They don't do that. No.
Yeah, just with Daisy, you just.
And like cards like this that just let you circumvent limited uses are not like that efficiently. Not safe.
You can just play Ariadne's Twine. It's a real card.
I know. I also think that card shouldn't exist.
But what if you just do it all? Both this, yeah.
Well, they both kind of.
Ariadne's Twine takes up an arcane slot.
She just holds the cat.
Sure, you should play the cat. Sure.
She could play the cat because she doesn't like. She has 5 books. She doesn't need like another book boost. She could. That's the scary part.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a little bit scary.
Yeah, exceptional isn't like a real downside that people like having 1 copy of your deck isn't a real downside like people seem to think it is.
Well, it's also it's one of those things too. Just like
especially, I mean, unless it's like a ritual or some random shit like that.
Yeah.
Like a spell.
Yeah.
Find there are ways to pull spells out of your deck.
You play this in Luke, and you're just like, I don't need money. What I need is more witchweed.
Yeah. You don't have to pay anything. It's just free, Bren.
Oh
fuck.
yeah, yeah. You don't have to.
It's just free.
I also thought you.
No,
had
yeah,
to
okay. You got me. You got me there. I was like, resource. That's the money.
Yeah.
That is Ariadne's Twine.
Yeah.
No, this is just free.
Oh, it's only once a round, so that's balanced.
So it's like Ariadne's Twine, except it takes up an additional arcane slot. You don't have to pay for it, and you can move any number of the charges except for instead of one per turn.
Yeah, but you have to.
And you can also use them as any kind of uses instead of just secrets or charges, I think.
Well, yeah,
Twine does.
yeah. But like,
yeah, it's limited to just secrets.
There's no other kinds of. You have to control the asset.
Dude, I would love
this on
this.
Sister
One second.
Mary
Is this our
just-
last card? Oh, okay, no, we have
Play
one more
this on
after.
Sister Mary and use it to just
I
dump
gotta go back
charges
to
onto
this.
the runic axe.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Go
Yeah,
back
no,
to this.
I understand.
Just go fucking nuts. Sorry. We gotta get back.
Yeah, that one's no.
It's a bit scary. Yeah, that one's a little
Maybe
bit.
a little bit scary.
A little bit.
It's a
spooky.
better version of a card that already exists. That's like that shouldn't do what it does.
I'm curious how it would go if it was limited to like if it wasn't the 2 exceptional, so it actually costs 4, but like Daisy could still play it. But no, it is spooky, and it's one of those things that also just gets spookier too, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do we got next? Our last card here by Kali. This is Deep Thinking. We have a level 1, 3, and 5 version for people who want to check out all of them. This is a double arcane slot. Soaks for 1 at level 1, 2 horror at level 3 and 5. They all use 0 thoughts, and they all have an increasing limit as when they go.
No, it's 2/2/3.
No, sorry, 2, 2, 3. When you reveal a cultist, tablet, or squid token, add 1 thought to Deep Thinking. It's the same for the other ones, except the level 5 version also has -4.
That's oddly specific.
As an action, spend 1 thought, discard up to 3 cards to the bottom of your deck, draw each talent weakness discarded this way. The level 3 version is discard 6 cards, and the level 5 version is a lightning bolt. Discard up to 6 cards from the bottom of your deck, draw each talent weakness discarded this way. So this was a bit interesting, because I actually saw this one being designed, and I saw like the conversation happening around it. And I think that this final version is, there was like a lot of people saying that like finding a talent on the bottom of your deck, like tutoring out a talent, was like too scary, and I think now it's gotten like a little bit too restrictive to like get there, you know. Because I'll be honest,
I want to draw my weaknesses.
yeah, that is also like a really nice part of it too, right? But like, as just a talent tutor, I'm gonna be honest. I've played some custom investigators who were like, I play every talent, and they're still just like not that great, you know. Like a lot of like, I don't know if it was just like too.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what's a talent and what's not.
Yeah, most of them are like the things that boost your stats when you pay resources into them.
Yeah.
But I like the idea. I just think that it's like, it's a bit too hard to get going, and then it's not really like worth it. Like, yeah, drawing your weaknesses is sick, but just like you're yellow, play fucking Mr. Rook, right?
Yeah.
He'll get tabooed again.
He will, won't he?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, this like doesn't seem that good.
See, Travis, this is a brain ward.
Yeah, that's fair, kind of. So it takes up 2 arcane slots, which doesn't matter for most of your secret investigators. Pretty negligible. And it doesn't do anything when you play it. You have to sink an experience and 2 money into it first, and you have to be the one to reveal a cultist tablet or squid.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to spend another action to discard 3. Like, I'm just gonna play other yellow
Play
card
Scrolls,
draw.
yeah. Because yeah, if you look at like Scroll of Secrets 3 in comparison to level 3 version, it's like the Scroll of Secrets 3 is just like wild in comparison, right? I mean, yeah, it's 6 versus 3, but it's only finding one thing and weaknesses, of course. Yeah, we can't forget those. But I don't know. I liked it when one of the initial versions I saw was like, I think it was like 3 experience or something like that, and it was just like, it came in with like 2 thoughts on it, and you could spend a thought to discard until you like from the bottom until you hit a talent, and then you drew it. And I'm like,
This seems pretty okay.
that's interesting. You know, like it's like talents can build around it.
Yeah, like the level 5 of this one, you have to sink 5 experience and 4 resources in it. You have to play it before you find your talent.
Yep.
And then you have to like do other things to be the one to reveal one of the symbols or the -4, which is like oddly restrictive.
Yeah.
And you can only get 1 per round on the level 5, which isn't a condition for the other ones. Interesting enough.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And then you finally get to draw a talent and each weakness, and you still have to like pay for your talent and play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you look at it and compare, I mean, like, yeah, the idea is that you can get multiple talents out of it, like if multiple times you draw the tokens. Yeah. But like, just you're a seeker, you can just play card draw, right?
Yeah.
At level 5, I think in the level 1 version, like that I think that you'll want this in multiple decks if you're looking for talents.
5
right?
experience, I can just like pay for no stone turn 5.
No stone on turn 5, yeah.
And just get the talent that I want.
Yeah. So yeah, I just want to say that this one was unique because I actually saw it being designed, and I will just say, Callie, I think that your original design was really interesting, because there's not much like specific talent tutoring, and especially like a low level version of it, so like other classes could like take the time to get there. I think is neat. I think it's neat. Mm-hmm. Is that our last one? It is. All right, I'll go through so you guys can give your crowns.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
By the way, Beard, congratulations. You got 2 Bryn crowns back to back.
Can we go back? Okay. I'm gonna get my resurrection.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
despite the like templating errors, I think it's a neat and well designed, well balanced card.
Nice. All right. Congratulations, Aurel Dulac. And my crown is going to be going to... Just going to click on through. Is the Anastasias. I kind of just... what it made me think about for the Guardian class. I agree with like the general thought that the number was a bit too high, but it was the one that made me want to brew the most. So this was the one that I'm giving my crown to. So 3 crowns given out. But we got some more coming, and if you're watching this on YouTube, we have another contest going right now. As Travis requests, one of them is going to be all about cards that deal with trauma. So that's going to be a fun one. So go join our Discord if you wanted to take part in a future one of these. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.